There was a point in time Gary Neville was the manager of Valencia, and here is Gary Neville celebrating a 2-2 draw. Have you seen Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville? Have you seen Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville? Because they are potentially missing. They are missing from the conversation that they would have been involved in. They are missing from the narratives. They are missing from the tweets. They are missing from talking about Arsenal. You know, as we all know that they love to talk about Arsenal. So where exactly is Gary Neville? Where exactly is Jamie Carragher whenever Arsenal are doing something amazing? Do we only get to see the best of Jamie Carragher or Gary Neville whenever Arsenal fail to do something amazing? In 2 legs of the UEFA Champions League, of course, we also, in the first leg, they were hopeful. They were more or less like Remontada was going to come back. Real Madrid is never beaten until you beat them. The second leg, not a tweet, not a podcast about it, nothing about it. Quiet like the match did not even happen. So if you are watching me today, do you think that would be the same situation, for example, if Arsenal had lost the game? Or if, for example, Arsenal had from 3-0 down, 3-0 up, the first leg at the Emirates Stadium, eventually drew, at the Bernabeu, then lost the game. Do you really think we are not going to be seeing the classic of Jamie Carragher and, Gary Neville on every podcast that you can think of? They would go to absolutely every podcast that you can think of just to tell you how bad Mikel Arteta is, or how regressed Arsenal has been. I hope you get what I'm saying, guys. So I want us to look at these things. I want us to look at the bias. I want us to look at why is it that it is when Arsenal are supposedly doing badly that we get the most classic from these guys. According to some tweet I'm going to be showing you, apparently I'm not the one that has noticed that these guys have gone quiet, that have been hibernated. And according to what you can see on the screen, from a Arsenal fan base account, you will see it says, "Where are these two loud mouths? They have been awkwardly quiet after predicting Real Madrid to beat Arsenal." So that is the kind of game that they do. That is the kind of level that they are. Always predicting Arsenal's downfall. Nothing good must happen to Arsenal. It is either Arsenal is losing or Arsenal are not winning titles, so they can be justified. So if you're an Arsenal fan and you're watching my show, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Drop the like, drop the comment, whatever. I really want to hear from you. It is very, very important. This person says, can we all take a minute, to appreciate the fact that Gary Neville has essentially gone into hibernation since we, that is Arsenal, put 5 past Real Madrid. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Personally, I would have thought punditry, is supposed to be class. Punditry is supposed to bring some level of balance. Punditry is supposed to bring some level of sanity to the game that we all love to watch. But when we have a level of punditry where, for example, Gary Neville, always slander everything Arsenal does, always slander on an 18-year-old Carragher, always having problems with Lewis Kelly. Why is he picking up a red card? It's always a red card for Jamie Carragher. It shouldn't have been a red card. Many of these narratives, many of these conversations. Now, when Arsenal is doing so well in the Champions League, or so well in any competition for that matter, you do not see these guys. You do not see these guys. So it is like they are clownery. So while I was browsing, while I was trying to get resources for this video, of course, I saw this tweet from way back. This tweet is from way back. I think it's from since about 2023 or so. This is Gary Neville tweeting drew 2-2 with Real Madrid. There was a point in time Gary Neville was the manager of Valencia, and here is Gary Neville celebrating a 2-2 draw with Real Madrid whilst he was the manager of Valencia. If Mikel Arteta was to be doing this, I can tell you that Gary Neville is going to drag him through the dirt. It's going to tell you as a prime, you know, to be an elite manager, you don't have to celebrate a draw against Man City. You have to always find a way to beat Man City. Arsenal has beaten Real Madrid, for goodness sakes. Arsenal has absolutely destroyed Real Madrid. 5-1 on aggregate. This guy has said nothing. However, he's the one here that is absolutely celebrating a draw against Real Madrid from way back. So I just really needed to point out this bias. I don't want this video to be too long. I just needed to point out this bias. I want everybody to see that the way the media, you know, because a lot of people, apart from the fact, to be very honest, apart from the fact that a lot of people do comment on my channel and say that, you know, I tend more towards us now. I do that because many of the things that we get, you know, are things that really, really happen upfront to us now. And as a sports commentator, we really, really do not really have to look away from all of those things. We do not really have to look away from all of those things. Gary Neville here, celebrating a 2-0 draw against Real Madrid, whilst he was, you know, the Valencia coach. Mikel Arteta cannot celebrate. Mikel Arteta cannot even do a goal celebration. Lewis Kelly needs to have a type of celebration before. Lewis Kelly needs to win some titles before he has the ability to celebrate. Lewis Kelly is too young to do the Haaland celebration. You know, Declan Rice, all of these guys, they always have a problem with Arsenal. So guys, this is the video I want to make. I don't want it to be too long. Please remember to drop your comments in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Where is Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher? Why have they gone missing all of a sudden when Arsenal, that they hate to admit is doing well, is finally doing well? Where is the praise for Mikel Arteta? Where is, you have played a beautiful football, you have won against, you know, the best team in Europe, you know? Where are all these praises? Where are all these praises? Until next time, guys, this is the video I want to make. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment. I'm going to see you in the next one.